Hey YouTube, what's going on? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of XRP, EOS, and NEO. So those are the three we're going to be going over. We're going to be looking at some altcoins here. What I'm going to do, guys, is point out some areas that are really important for XRP and EOS and NEO and some of the things that are taking place right now that I just want you to keep your eye on. We're going to have some upside targets today. We're going to have some downside targets. I'm just going to show you what I'm thinking with these coins here in terms of technical analysis. Remember, this isn't looking into the fundamentals of these coins, anything like that. This is strictly looking at price action. So if you like these videos, guys, you get something out of them, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let me know what you've been trading. If you've been trading XRP or NEO, EOS, any of those, let me know down low. So with XRP, what we're still looking to do, guys, is change this trend. So we've been in the intermediate term downtrend, and now we're in a short-term uptrend. And what I want you to pay attention to is this green trend line that I have right here. So what we've had is three touches on it. We've had this touch here, we've had this touch here, we've had this touch here, and now we are fighting directly with this uptrend, and these are our higher lows that have been coming in. And you can also see this is a key factor because we're fighting with, in pink here, our 50-day moving average. So we're sitting directly on this trend line, and we're also flirting with that 50-day moving average, which we don't want to start closing down below. If we close down below that, guys, that's our intermediate term trend follower, and sometimes when you start having closes below that, it can start acting as strong overhead resistance again, just due to the fact that you weren't able to hold it before. So that's going to show weakness in the market. So that's why it's important for us to have a nice candle close up above this green trend line today, as well as that 50-day moving average, so that we can keep these higher lows going and we can keep this green trend line intact. What I'm wanting to see, guys, and remember, in this space, want or hope or any of that doesn't matter. It's all about price action. But what I would like to see is that these higher lows end up holding and we continue to get squeezed between this trend line, this 50-day moving average, and this 200-day EMA in white, until eventually we have a break to the upside and we continue these higher lows. Because if we're able to have a break to the upside over top of this 200-day EMA, then we can start looking up at around 33 cents. I would look at, then I'd look at 40 cents, then I'd look all the way up to around 47 cents. But the most important thing is that we stay up above this 50-day moving average in pink. So really watch that for the candle close today, as well as this green trend line, guys. I can't overemphasize that. If you start having closes below both and it comes on heavy volume, then we may have to start looking at some lower levels around 23 cents. So downside target would probably be around that 25 to 23 cents. Upside target, if we can get a nice move out of here, I'm going to be looking up to around 31 cents, which is also going to correlate with this high over here. We tried to push up, guys, to this 200-day EMA. Bitcoin dumped and we dumped, so that's this really large dump right here. Then we've came back up, and you've seen how many times we have hit this 200-day EMA. So obviously it's very valuable, and you can see we even hit it right here, and then we had a bearish engulfing candle and we got dropped down farther. But it's a very important level for us. So as we continue to get squeezed between both of these, we're going to have to anticipate some type of a break. My upside alarm that I'm going to put in, that I want to be alerted of, is going to be around 31 cents. So we'll throw that in there right now. And then to the downside, I'm going to put my alarm at around 26 cents. Right there. So those are my upside and downside alerts. I want to know either way if we start having candle closes or price action above or below those levels. And just to check out our RSI, let me see here. Guys, I'm sorry, that was our stock RSI. Stock RSI, we are in oversold conditions. We're at 8.81 and 7.36, and it looks like we may potentially get a little bit of a bullish cross to the upside there. So we are in that oversold territory on the stock. So that's a good thing there for us, that we may have an opportunity to dig our way out of there since we're already in oversold territory. And then we're going to be looking at our RSI, which is at 43 right now. So the bears are a little bit more in control. You can see that RSI is kind of pointing down, and we've been losing a little bit of strength. So that's what I'm saying, guys. In the next hour and a half or so, really pay attention to this trend line and where this candle closes. That's the best advice that I can tell you. And right now, we're just really flirting with it. Just a lot of fight between the bulls and the bears. Whenever you have those real small day candles, that's showing a lot of fight and a lot of indecision at a key level. So be ready, and that's why I wanted to throw these indicators on for you. Let's see if we can keep this short-term uptrend going. That's what I'm looking for. If you like me covering XRP, guys, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We'll move into EOS next. And EOS has something interesting going for it here. Let me find it, guys. So EOS, we are at $3.46. the one thing that I do like is that we got out of this downtrend. So you can see our yellow downtrend where we ended up having about 4 touches. We broke out of it on a bullish engulfing candle on a little bit more volume than normal. But what I like to see here, just like we were talking about in Litecoin, we're starting to have that cross of our 20 EMA over top of our 50-day moving average. And that's kind of been our short-term uptrend here. And if you take a look at this, as you can see, guys, there's been a lot of fighting and kissing back and forth between these moving averages, but the last time that we really crossed up above it with a nice move to the upside here, we squeaked up above it real quick, and then Bitcoin dumped, and that's when we had that big, massive manipulation dump, just like we were talking about in XRP. But the last time we really had a nice positive cross of these two was right back here around February 10th, 2019. So that's what I'm saying. This may be significant. I'm not saying it has to play out to where this is for sure the bottom, which is, it's nice, guys. We broke out of the trend line on a bullish engulfing candle. We're trading up above our 20 EMA, and we had that cross. That's what I'm saying. So now let's see if we can get some more continuation and come up here and challenge this 200-day EMA. We really need to start trading up above that, just due to the fact it's a long-term investors moving average, and people are looking at that. And you know, guys who play this market, a lot of times when you're in an uptrend, they will buy pullbacks off that or throwbacks off that. And then, guys, when you see it like this, a lot of times guys will short off it when you're in a downtrend. So you'll see the price get up to it, and then guys will short sell it off there, and then it will go back down. So this is really a key area to watch. They'll do it with that 50-day moving average as well. Just like over here, do you see each time we hit this 50-day moving average, for the most part, we ended up finding support, and we ended up going higher. And you just have to reverse the thought when you're in a downtrend. And we were in an intermediate term downtrend here. So it's really important for us to get some continuation and try to get up over top of this 200-day EMA, which is going to be around 403. So upside targets, we're going to target 403, and then downside targets, we're going to go right where we had this bullish engulfing candle here, and that's going to be around $2.75. We would want to see hold that. That was the start basically of our nice little short-term uptrend here, and we'd also want to see that 50-day moving average act as support, which is going to be around $3.13. So those are the downside targets. RSI right now is at 55, so we're just kind of cruising, a lot of fight back and forth between the bulls and the bears here, but this is just where we're going to see if EOS is going to step up. We're going to get that nice surge of volume, and we can get up over top of that 200-day EMA, or if we're going to see further rejection off that in downside action. We have not tested it since we broke down through, which was July 10th, 2019. So it's been quite a while since we've gotten back up above that, and we really need to start working that way, guys. It's something that I'm looking at, paying attention to, and I'm also paying attention to that 20-day EMA crossing over top of that 50-day moving average. That could be significant down the road here, so keep that in mind. If you all like me covering EOS, guys, smash those like buttons, hit the notification bell, and let's get it. And the next one we're going to end up doing here is NEO. NEO's been looking pretty decent. Just want to point it out to you here. Let me find it. And you can see some of the stocks, different things I'm looking at over here, because I also trade the stock market. I really like to be in different markets, depending, you know, sometimes crypto can be getting smashed, and it's nice to go to the stock market or vice versa. So it's nice to have different options to play, and that's the beauty of learning technical analysis. You can find, you know, if you're going to short or you're going to long, then you can look for your trending market, and then you can start to look for some of those openings. It's really important. So with NEO, we were in an intermediate term downtrend till right here. We got a big blast of volume. We had a bullish engulfing candle, and we ended up pushing directly through the 20 EMA, the 50 moving average, and that 200-day EMA. And for NEO, this is where I said NEO is a little ahead of the crowd here. We're trading up above this 200-day EMA. It's acting as support now. It's no longer acting as that overhead resistance. And what we're looking to see is if this is going to be some type of a bull flag here. So we have our mast. We're moving sideways where we have this consolidation, the volume decreased, and then we're going to look to see if we can get that next swell of volume here to have us come up and challenge $13.39 is going to be a key overhead resistance. Then it's going to be around $17.64, then all the way up to about $19.70. We'll call it $20 is what you're going to be looking at. And a lot of times when you're looking for bull flags, what you'll want to do here is extrapolate this, and we'll go up to the wick. So if we take that, Right here, guys, we extrapolated up from where we're at. That would give us a target somewhere right up around here, that 1753, right in that range, which would be a beautiful move for Neo to be able to make that. And you know Neo's very aggressive when it makes moves either to the downside or the upside. It can really run hard in either direction. And just take a look at this. I mean, guys, this is cryptocurrency for you. Look at this manipulation candle right here. In one day, we went from $8.68 all the way up to $18.86, and then we wicked all the way back down in the real body. Take a look at this real body. This is just to show you the manipulation and why I say we need to put technical analysis and the odds on our side. No one has a crystal ball. This market is wild. It is an absolutely wild, volatile market. That's why I love it. But you're going to get stuff like this where you essentially have a massive wick that goes up that long, and then look at this little body there where it ended up closing, right back where it should have closed. So that just shows the type of manipulation that is in this market, and that's what you need to pay attention to. Like I said, that's one of the hard things. I always advocate stops, but that's one of the hard things in this space because the wicks are so long. A lot of times you can get wicked out real quick, and then all of a sudden it runs in the direction you were anticipating, but that's kind of the insurance policy. That's the name of the game. That's what you have to play. So it is what it is, guys, and always put your stops in. Our RSI right now is at 63, so the bulls are in control there, and we're just going to see if we can get this little trend line break from this potential bull flag here. If we draw this right here, guys, just like that, and we're going to make this a little bit smaller, and you can see if we're going to end up getting a breakout out of here or if we're going to start rolling back over. Now, if we roll back over to the downside, I want to see if $10.12 will hold, and then I'm going to look down here to $8.60 and $8.59. That's going to be our 50-day moving average. But it's nice for the fact that we're trading up above it, guys. That's why I'm saying Neo's ahead. Neo's up above the 20, the 50, and the 200. So now candles are getting tight. We're consolidating. We're moving sideways, and we're just going to have to see which way we break. And if I were to put in alarms here, I'd put an alarm at about 1193 for Neo. There's one to the upside, and then to the downside, we would put it at 997. I'd want to be alerted either way, depending on which way we break. But when we break, it's most likely going to be aggressive because we had this really big mast up here. We're consolidating. Candles are getting tight. Then we'll anticipate that next break. So want to bring this to you guys. You like these videos, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Tell me what coins you want me to cover. I'll do the best that I can. Just trying to get to some of the ones that people really want to see done, and that's what we'll get after, guys. So leave it down low. I appreciate you all being here with me today. And for any veteran out there, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your service. Continue the great work. You're the reason why we're free. I greatly appreciate you all. God bless each and every one of you. Take care.